Where's the white one?
We don't have one.
We don't.
None of us own one.
Really?
Yeah. I was shocked, too.
I'm disappointed.
Right,
He
Phil?
can't see me pointing at him because there's 600 monitors in the way and 40 cables running from God knows where to God knows what. But I feel like...
He should have been on this?
I feel like...
Should have been on this.
Wow, this thing hangs low.
Complain about that cleavage.
Now that video just changed ratings. So.
That's true.
Next on Ugly 3rd.
He stole your job! Welcome back to Calgary Thirds. This is Mr. Phil. Today's topic is Calgary Flames, Eaton Stripes. Oh, look at me, I'm Phil. See, how does it feel? I thoroughly enjoyed Calgary.
Calgary's one of my favorite cities I've been to. I genuinely loved it.
We were sitting at a Humpty's eating pierogies. And, like, the snow was coming down so much that it's, like, creeping up the window as we were sitting there. And you know what we didn't see once?
A snowplow?
A snowplow. And I love that about Calgary because first man out in the morning, mat it down, we're all following where you go.
The wonderful thing, like, it's a record snowfall, 20 centimeters overnight, and we refuse to understand how much that was. Because we're Americans, and it's 3 barley corns to the inch the way God intended. So, is that this much? Is that this much? Yes, it's all of the above. So, they didn't plow a darn thing.
You know, to be fair though, and I should apologize to Phil. I'm not going to, but I should. We didn't see a white jersey in that place outside the one that I was wearing that night.
You're probably right. It was also country western night, so that was fun.
What an abomination!
There were Second Amendment shirts in Canada. I was like, you guys don't have amendments; you have charter rights, and that's different.
Yeah,
different.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I did look. They serve pierogi poutine.
That'll kill you.
It was so good.
Has your blood pressure come down from that?
No, not once.
I imagine.
And then they discover, you know what keep the blood pressure going? The discovery of the Caesar. Canada's best kept secret is this cocktail of the Caesar. You got... I tasted one in a can just on a lark of like, oh, you go... First thing we did off the plane, we went to a beer store. And there... I saw a Caesar can. I'm like, well, okay, I got to try this. And then
regional
a regionalism thing. And then you guys were all roasting me of like, what? Why? What do you need that? And then the guy's like, the cashier's like, you're gonna puke. What are you doing? I'm like, well, okay, I saw it in a book called So You Want to Be Canadian, and I felt I needed to try it. And that guy, I think, might still be laughing.
Yeah.
That was, and then once I had tasted it. Do you remember It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they thought they ate human and they got the hunger? They wanted to find more human. That's what it was with that Caesar. I needed to find more. And Alberta answered, and there were Caesars everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Every time I go, I get it. And every time I do, they're disgusted by it. And I think that makes it even better.
I say we leave this show right where it is. Calgary doesn't get placed. And we just wrap it up because I love this trip.
I loved Calgary. I really, really did. I need to go back. Anyways, the point of this show, which we're nearing the end of this series.
Yeah. We
are building a bracket for you, the viewer, to decide what is the best current look in the NHL. And in order to put that bracket together, we had to rank them to seed these. And we did the East already. Now we're doing the West from the best all the way to the worst. And the Calgary Flames need to be placed in here by the end of this episode. We have the home. We have the third, which is Reverse Retro 1, upgraded, and they removed the date thing going on. Oh, and then they added flames imbued into it. Phil, can you show off these flames?
You can't see it from there. That's pretty good. Nice.
Which you didn't know. I told you about that.
Yes, you did. I did not catch it. It's that subtle. And there are differences from Blasty, and then my one's right above you, but I don't know if it's worth grabbing.
I ain't getting up.
This bottom is red on the actual Blasty, and it's I want to say it's a red logo and not this logo, but a decent update.
I feel like the Flames looked their best in the 80s. They trailed off into the 90s and the 2000s a bit, especially with that pedestal jersey. And then they came back. And this kind of introduced it. 2010, for the 30th, they brought back
the single worst anniversary logo ever.
It's the whole city. Like, it's the whole
that
thing
font,
is there.
though.
Oh, yeah.
God awful.
Yeah, it's not great. But it got us back to this, and that kind of brought us back to where things should have been.
Before we continue, let's show the white, because we don't own one.
Yeah.
And it is a slide.
Slide.
And this is all thrown directly back to the 80s, when they won the Cup in 89.
Love it.
I am less enthused. Because I think their best look was the Sea of Red. I think this... Oh, no. This nailed it. And the white that goes with it is just as good. Blasty goes on the shoulder. I think the black is... okay. Oh, well, ashes or bits burned out. Like, no, I think that having the black as the perfect contrast, as you see with this one, as with the pedestal, that... The North Stars did the same thing. By adding that little bit of black, it adds such a high contrast that it's just not just bright, sear your eyeballs out. And I do think, and I don't know if this is actually intentional, this was before like proper storytelling in jerseys, that stripe, not only is it unique, it's the saddle dome.
What?
The V shape, the diagonal down and then up.
Yeah.
It's the saddle dome.
I don't see what you're talking about.
Because the saddle dome also goes like this. It's the roof of the saddle dome.
Well, in a few years, this will be irrelevant.
I mean, I suppose, but I thought this was the best the Flames ever looked. I love this thing. I think the only thing I'd even suggest is invert this so it's a white C with a black outline. That's my only note. I love this thing. I think it's the perfect look, and they never should have went away from it. This, I think it's too much bright. Integrate just a little bit of black, and you will make all of it look even better, and they just don't. And I think they're dabbling in the 80s. I think this is a look that they're pining after something that they didn't even really have. That one cup that's not the Oilers. It's not, which I'm sure they'll hate that. But
how about this? You take the elements of this jersey and you sprinkle it in here somehow. Not necessarily the pedestal, but I see what you're saying with the black striping. Like, you add an outline here, it changes the game completely.
It really does.
Okay. Okay, I can get behind that. But we do have our... And it would complement the third.
It would. It matches better. And come on, add Blasty back to the shoulders.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna make this a permanent third, let's integrate better. But
you said it once, and it kind of resonated with me. It's the Calgary Flames.
Oh yeah, the logo is great. I think that and even looking at it on screen, the red and the white blend. Here they separated. They're smart. The white and the gold don't touch.
Yeah.
Here it bleeds together, and I think just
a black outline might change that.
And you could and again integrate into the jersey, put black lines in between, and
right.
It'll all pop that much more.
Right.
And I think they had the elements of that. They had it with the original pedestal. I am nowhere near as enthused about these as I think you are.
I see what you're saying.
And when I was a kid, I loved Blasty. I thought it was the perfect thing, and I've since grown up.
Yeah, I mean...
Flaming Horse, okay, it's freaking cool. And the Calgary Stampede is there, and the whole cowboy element. It's Alberta, okay? Yes, I get it.
It's a good third.
It never should go past that.
No,
it is a goofy third. It never should have been the black jersey matching that, because that was a home road jersey for a while there. So it never should have gone that far. But it's fun. It's a fun third.
You are far more opinionated on this one, so I'm going to let you take the lead.
You know, if I had a dime for every time I heard that, we wouldn't need to monetize this show.
I know.
I'm honest, like, I'm in this territory. I'm somewhere in here. I like, again, that green in Minnesota is so bad, and I don't like its throwback. For the same reason I don't really like these throwbacks. Well, it's worse than these throwbacks, because this is to a team that is not them. Right?
Okay.
So let's just cut that there. It's got the same. It's brighter than Edmonton, which is saying something. That's already a bright team. Edmonton is using their 5 cups as what they're holding on to versus Calgary's 1.
Yeah, but you can't fault them for only going to 1 cup.
Well, but in the same way, like the Islanders didn't go back to the 4 cup era. They went to their original era when they were terrible, right? Los Angeles has won 2 cups, and they went to an era when they didn't. Anaheim also going to an era when they weren't good. Right? Why are you throwing back to an era when you're bad? Where's the nostalgia there?
Because money.
But that doesn't even make sense.
Money makes sense.
Yeah.
Money equals good.
At least throw back to a time when it makes sense. You were good.
I would say, if you've narrowed it down there, I'm going to put them ahead of the Oilers.
Oh, you're creating some controversy here in Alberta.
Little battle about. Well, I already said with a 1 cup v5, like that's gonna cause problems. I did love Calgary. That was a great town.
I'm a touch bored with this. I'm not bored with this.
It's so bright, but I mean they are flames. If you're gonna be bright, you might as well have flames. Is it really worse than Vegas?
No. Let's do the third game since they both got one.
I mean, well, Vegas's gray third is awful.
You know what? That's fair. This is okay by that standard.
I'm not a fan of the gray. I think it just looks dirty. It's dishwater.
Now is it going to work?
They should have dropped it.
Is it going to work its way up past here? And the answer is no. It's not.
You have 2 great logos. Calgary's a better logo. Winnipeg's got a better thought out jersey set. That blue is perfect. There's no Winnipeg does not have any issues of it's better if it had a black outline. There's no if you X then it's better with Winnipeg.
Okay.
Short of dropping the third, but I put that third ahead. It's neck and neck with Blasty. Okay. Blasty's fun. Winnipeg's is dull but historic. I'll call that a wash. Okay. So
that's where it needs to be.
That's where it needs to be.
You're dull and historic.
Wow! Phil's getting tired, and now he's getting lippy.
I am getting tired. But anyway.
On that note,
do you want to finish it? Do you want to take it out? I'll just stop.
What is he saying?
He hasn't spoken English.
What do you want us to do?
That was Esperanto or some language of twins.
What do you want us to do? Be specific.
Phil used all of his all of his stats on language and persuasiveness were just used on that insult.
Just be clear.
I can't be.
Tell me what to do. Bake them away, toys.
He shrems up John. Phil, take us out if you can.
I'll try here, okay? Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
I'd like to think that the bookshelf is not going to come down on Phil, but also I think the bookshelf's going to come down on Phil, and there's a lot of books up there. Should we tell him, or do we let him learn
Is it
his
leaning
lesson?
over me?
Oh, he heard us.